Hello, Hollywood Times viewers. Judy Shields here. Today we welcome one of the hottest rising country music stars and also rock star, Chaz Collins. Hey, thanks for joining us today.
How you doing? Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
So I was just wondering, we were talking off camera about your name, Chaz, and you were saying people call you Chase. I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I get Chase, Chuck, Chris.
Chuck, how do you get Chuck?
I have no idea. Maybe after a few tequilas, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they've had some Zimziki shots or something.
Oh my
But
goodness.
that's a vodka, by the way, our sponsor. But
Okay,
that's
good
where
plug.
wanted to let you know what Zimziki is. Um, but no, the biggest thing is that we want people to be able to find us and search us. And sometimes when you put Chase or Chris or Chaz with a Z, they can't. And so that's the only reason I make a big deal about it. And I'm like, no, it's Chaz with an S. You got to put the S. So that's
And
why.
Collins with two L's.
Two L's. Yep. Collins.
There you
Just
go.
like Bill Collin, but add an S.
Mm. So
There
now
you
we
go.
folks, you know how to find him on social media, and we will talk about
Correct.
that shortly.
Yes.
But today we're very excited
Yeah.
that the Hollywood Times is going to be premiering the official audio of your new single, along with Center Stage Magazine, who's going to be premiering your lyric video.
That's
It's
so awesome.
called "She Gave Me That Look." As you can see back there, folks, she gave me that look. This is an amazing song, you know?
Thank you.
I just love it. I love all the lyrics, the riffs you do, you know. I mean, let's talk about first off, where'd that
Yeah.
title come from?
So believe it or not, my drummer, Scott Carter, who was never really he's written some songs, but never really did anything with a artist that's trying to be original, I guess you can say. We kind of talked about it. We came up with the title, and it kind of tied into the way me and my fiance met in Key West, and then
Oh,
we kind of just ran with it like that, and it was wild. You know, some songs start with a melody and then the lyric. Well, in this case, we had a little bit of a melody, but not really. It was mainly lyrics. And Scott came to me with a couple of my drummer came to me with a couple of lines, and then him and I and my guitar player at the time, Rocky Diamond, we sat there and figured it all out. And we basically wrote it pretty much in a day. And I think I might have tweaked it like one extra day. Like it just came out. It was just perfect when that happens, when you can get all that done in one day.
oh, no kidding, you know. It's just to hear it is kind of I read too that you're from Louisiana. I said, so that's where that swampy southern rock guitar comes from.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Yes. It's been there since day one. But you know, it's with writing this song, just like most of the songs that we write, we're trying to figure out a way to you want to release music that hits a broader audience. You want something that everyone can relate to, and there's not a man on this planet that didn't walk into a bar and see this girl and just doesn't matter. She could just glance at him and he's like, "Oh, did you see that? She looked at me." And it's like, you know, maybe she wasn't flirting with you, but she looked at you and it got you all happy and excited, want to talk to her and all that. So every man on the planet can relate to that. And every woman probably has been in that situation.
I say, yeah, us women too. It's like, you know, I think I was in New York one time and and I'm with my husband, mind you, at that time. And this gentleman walked in and I just melted. I was like, and even my husband could tell. And I'm just like, oh, and he just happened to turn around and look, and I don't know why. And he got off that elevator and I was like, wow. And he's like, uh-huh, wow. You know, so
Exactly.
he gave me that look in the elevator. So I
Exactly.
so
That's
relate
what
to
I'm
this
saying.
song.
Yeah, it's not about just bars. It could be anywhere.
Right.
Anywhere that can happen. It's you never know when the Cupid's gonna strike.
You know, and in the way things are today, it's nice to have, you know, sort of like I call this an anthem song, you know, because you can relate to it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that
And
makes
that's
it good.
that's important. That's
Yeah.
important. With any song, people got it. They have to relate to it. It's either something fun and catchy, or they have to relate to it if you really want a song to take off. And I, you know, I've written quite a few songs, and some of the songs in the past, I was fortunate enough to have a Hall of Famer out of Nashville, Byron Hill, write with me
Oh,
on
wow.
some songs that we've released in the past. So this is the first one that I kind of took the lead on, and
Oh,
and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I mean this in a very respectful way. Someone like that is going to overshadow you because he's got the name, he's had the hits.
yeah.
But for me to be able to release this, not only under Virgin Music Group, but to have Hollywood Times and Center Stage Magazine to push one that I built, that I had, was the head of. That's
Yeah.
great. I mean, I'm just ecstatic about it.
Oh, well, that makes us even happier to share
Yeah.
it. That's so
Yes, yes.
cool.
Can I do a quick shout out too, just because I appreciate him so much. I've known him for many years, but Jeremy Westby,
Yes.
and his team in 2911 Media, those guys, you want something done it right, that's the people you want to deal with if you're in music. I mean, they're just amazing people and just great. I appreciate them so much.
And I never tell them no, no
Well,
matter what. Like this, it's like,
because,
what? Okay.
if they're going to bring it, it's quality. That's one thing you can guess. They're not going to bring you anything that's, oh, this is all right. Give it a shot. They'll bring you quality.
And I'm hoping one day I can work for them. I love
Oh,
Jeremy.
there
I
you go.
met I met Jeremy here in California at in Pasadena. He happened to be here with Charlie Pride, God rest his soul.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and
Great
I got to
entertainment.
meet him
Great
because
people.
of Jeremy, and just to meet the two of them was like, okay, life is complete,
Yes.
So
Yep. I totally get that.
they have some amazing clients.
They,
So
they do. I followed them all these years. Like I said,
uh,
we've been friends, but we never really got to hang out because he's always busy. I was always busy. We hung out maybe a couple of times in Nashville, but life just gets busy. What you gonna do? You
yeah, when
know
he said he was getting married, I'm like, seriously, when do you have time for a wedding? I couldn't even
that
believe it, right?
that shocked me when he
And a
came out with that.
honeymoon?
I said, "And you have time for this?"
I know.
Because that man works 7 days a week. I mean,
Yes,
he
he
was constantly, every time I
does.
called him, text him, "Hey, I'm busy. I'm doing this. I'll get back to you." I mean, constant. Didn't matter what time of the day or night. It's insane.
I hope his wife knew what she was getting into when she married him.
Well, you can tell this. He's very passionate about everything he does. So
Like,
whereas I'm sure he would say he's the luckiest man on the planet, I think they're both lucky because
exactly.
anyone that's in Jeremy's life, he has no time for nonsense. He's got a great sense of humor. I don't mean it that way. He's not
Right, right.
uptight. He's just it's all passion and real. And if you're not real, take a walk. You know,
Exactly.
you be real, authentic, and genuine, and Jeremy will like it. Same
Great.
here. I totally understand.
So how are you promoting this other than with us and Center Stage Magazine?
So obviously, this, like I said, this is our first single on the Virgin
Oh.
Music Group. I am just over the moon about that. It only took 23 years to get that to happen. Of just working hard at it. We're going to promote it across all of our socials. Chaz Collins Music on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. We're going to put it out on there, and then we'll pitch it to some curators, see if we can get on some of the playlists and things like that, just to really get it out there. So,
Great.
other than Virgin Music, I'm self promoting it
Okay.
on those platforms. Now we do have a single release party this Friday in at
Oh,
Motorworks Brewing in Bradenton. Very excited. Beautiful venue, big courtyard, big stage. We got our full production there, and that's in Bradenton. So,
okay.
but but yeah.
That'd be fun. And I
Oh,
also read that you actually live out down in Florida.
I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I spent 17 years in Nashville, and it had everything I liked except for saltwater.
Oh,
I need the beach. I'm a beach bum. I love it. I'm a deep sea fisherman. I love to do that. And that's why I'm down here. So my dream was to sing country music, move to Florida. We're in Clearwater, Florida, the
oh,
greater Tampa Bay area. And sing country music and deep sea fish and hang on the beach. I'm like, I have achieved my dream.
oh.
Uh, so, and then heck, we got to play since I moved to Florida, our first stadium show about a month ago with Josh Turner, Chris Jansen, and Dustin Lynch. And, Florida has brought a lot of dreams come true. So the move was great. A lot of people say you got to go to Nashville to make it. And I believe you got to be there
Mhm.
to get your bearings, to make your connections, to
Yeah.
get involved and get your experience. As they say, pay your dues, quote.
Yeah.
Uh, but after that, moving to Florida was the best move.
Well,
So
congratulations on that.
thank
It's
you.
beautiful down there. I do like to vacation down there.
We live where everybody vacations. You can't have a bad day.
I know. I
So,
know. Oh,
so if you're down here, you be sure to connect with us on social media and let us know.
well,
Come
we'll
hit the
do that.
sandbar with us. You,
You know,
whoever's with you, come on down and shoot me a message, and we'll throw you into our sandbar. Not a
that
problem.
that sounds good. So yeah, I mean this year's vacation, I'm going back to Nashville. So I'll be there for CMA Fest week.
Ah, I
So
want
I'm
to meet
coming
you. We're going to
I,
be there.
I'm coming on Saturday to go to NASCAR, and then I'll be in there in Nashville the rest of the week. So yeah, we will definitely get together because I will bug
Oh,
Scott.
that's
So
awesome. I think we're Thursday through. I think we're coming back Monday. We may stay a little extra if
okay,
it works out.
I'll check with him and see what's
So
happening. But yeah, that's
that's awesome.
exciting. Yeah.
That's awesome. Sweet.
So with that great voice of yours, how old were you when you discovered that amazing voice?
9 years old. That's 8 or 9.
9.
Yeah, I was 9 years old singing specials in church. I had the I had the most severe case of stage fright. I'd get up and my hands would be shaking, and I'm like, you could hear it in my voice. Like, hopefully someone's out there. Did you hear the vibrato on that guy? No, he's nervous, he's scared to death. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing the shaking. And I got over my stage fright in church because they kept telling me, they said, look right over everybody's head, look at the back wall. And if you pan your head, everyone thinks you're looking at them, but you're not. So that way you've got some movement. You don't look like a stiff board. And that's how I got over it, was doing that.
What amazing advice that was.
It worked. It worked. So you got comfortable. Yeah, it worked.
So what is it like going out on stage, like you said, that stadium tour for the first time? I mean, were you nervous then?
I got a lot of people to ask me that. I wasn't nervous, but it was the first time in a really long time that I got butterflies.
Oh,
I mean, just your adrenaline's going. I walked around that stadium. It was the Tampa Bay Rays spring training stadium in Port Charlotte. So it is a big stadium, and you got all the standing room and VIP on the ground, and you still got 11,000 seats behind that. And I was just, man, to walk out there during sound check and look, it just took me a minute. I may have teared up a little bit because I was like, this, I put this in the universe a couple of years ago and said, this is my next goal. And it happened. And it, 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 the feeling of that, I want more of those. I want more of those. We, we, we hope one of our songs will really hit again to where we can get on I'd be happy, I'd be happy with a festival tour. As they say, if you want to reach the moon, shoot for the stars. If you hit the moon, you still made it. So I'd love to play some more of those big shows more consistently.
well, you
You
tell
know,
Scott to reach out to Jelly Roll's people. He would love to take Jelly Roll. I could tell he would just love you. Take
yeah,
you under his
that
wing.
that would be so awesome right now. It a lot of it is who you know. There is connections. I mean, if you make your mark, that can help because as an artist, if I had a chance to, or if let's say I was the one that's blowing up right now,
Yeah.
and any artist that's been out there a while, it's very smart to collaborate because it just refreshes you and brings you back
Yeah.
into the public eye. So I get it.
Yeah.
That,
That'll happen.
that's hope
Yeah.
so.
As I read here that you've had over 3,000 live shows played across
Yeah.
43 states. So
Yes,
have you been close to California out here or have you been
I
out here?
have. I
Oh,
have. 2010, we did our only Western tour. We used to play a lot in the Midwest, a lot in the Midwest, South, and Southeast. And I told my agent at the time, I was like, man, I'd love to go out to California and Oregon and Washington. And we did a big a zip up there. We hit the Lighthouse in Hermosa Beach, the
oh,
Saddle Rack in Fremont, which is closed, I think, since COVID.
yeah.
We played in the bar that Toby Keith did I Love This Bar in. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was in Chatsworth,
Yes.
California.
Yeah, I can't remember it now either, but yes.
Country Club or something like that. And
Yes.
then so we did yeah, we got a chance to do one good tour there, and you don't realize how far it is until you drive it. And we drove it from Nashville with a stop in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and somewhere in Arizona, and then went out there west.
Cool.
That's a long state.
Yes, it is. It sure is. You know, 2 weeks later, and I'm still in California, and we thought
Yeah.
Texas was big. Texas,
Yeah.
California is this way, and Texas is that
Yep.
way, right? I'm
Yep.
telling you. That's
Yes, ma'am.
oh, that's pretty funny. Oh
Sorry
yeah.
about that. My phone just went off. I put it on emergency calls only, and somehow a text just came through. Sounded like something off of Star Trek. I don't know
And
what the
it's
heck
funny
that.
because we couldn't hear it. I just said, "Oh my gosh, she's falling asleep on me."
Nope. I just threw my phone literally across the room. I was like, I had it on silent.
That's funny. I'm like, I'm losing him.
Nope. Nope. We're all rested. I went deep sea fishing yesterday, but I slept my 12
What'd you
hours.
catch? What'd you catch?
Oh man. We caught a bunch of they call them Key West grunts or grunts.
Okay.
Uh, it's kind of cool. It looks like they got lipstick on them. So
Oh,
I would call it a ladyfish. That's what I had always grown up call it. But we caught hogfish, which we love to catch, and they're delicious. If you like grouper
yeah.
or swordfish, these
Swordfish. Mm.
hogfish are even sweeter than that. Oh, they're so good.
Wow.
We
Hmm.
caught our first mahi. I didn't, but the boat that we were on never caught a mahi in my
Wow.
entire life, much less right here on the coast in
Yeah,
Florida.
I
We
thought
usually
that's
try
all
to
Hawaii.
yeah. Hawaii, you can catch it in Key West a lot, but
I'll
it's
be darned.
rare that it comes up here. Yeah.
That's
Red
something.
grouper, hell, we caught puffer fish, believe it or not.
Wow.
You don't
Oh
eat
my
that.
gosh.
They're poisonous.
Yes, right? No, no, no. Stay away from that.
I don't care how much of a delicacy it is. It ain't worth the risk. Don't do that.
So do you also do like meet and greets with your fans?
I do. I do. I was actually surprised about that. When we did the stadium show, I was the only artist that said, hey, when the show is done, I don't care how long it takes. I want everybody to come and meet us
Good.
or meet me at the merch table. And heck,
Yeah,
I was there probably an hour and a half
good.
selling merch and signing autographs, pictures. It's all about that. And there's another artist that I really admire for that. And that's really where I kind of took that from. It's my personality, but it got magnified with Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks is all about the people, and he'll stand there. I think one time he did 18 hours, and they brought him food. He took a bathroom break, and that was it.
Yep,
He sat there and met every person, and that is what it's about because those people are responsible for your career. Bottom line.
exactly. So what do your fans think when they look up and go, "Hi, 6'6"?" It's like, come on. It's like, geez.
The one I get the most, literally, is they do the up and down look and they go, "You're a tall drink of water."
Yes,
That's what
I
I
love
get
that.
most of the time. And I'm like, come on, give me a new phrase. I
It's
always
just
hear
where it
that.
is.
Or they'll be like, my neck hurts. Can you come down here to my size?
Oh my
I hear
God.
that sometimes. But yeah, it's a whole lot of, especially the kids, they just look at me like I am just a giant.
Well,
I
that
guess
is
that,
6'6" is a giant. So now you have to write a song about that. Instead of a tall cup of water, you need to do a new slogan and make a song out of it, right?
yeah, I could. But with the boots and hat, then I'm 6'8", I think it is.
Oh my
So it
gosh.
makes me look even more giant with the hat and boots. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
I'll
yeah.
make sure I wear heels when I meet you then.
Yep. 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 Or we'll put you on a curb. We'll
Put
stand
you
up
on a
next to a
curb.
curb. That
Thanks a
happens all
lot.
the time.
Put her on the curb.
Put her on the curb.
Nice one. There's another song. Put her on the
It
curb.
could be.
All right. You're gonna get a
Could
couple
be.
songs out of this one.
You never know. It comes out of nowhere sometimes.
Well, we are going to put this up on our YouTube channel, the Hollywood Times Official, so that you can share it with your social media. Give that social media channel to us one more time.
Chaz Collins Music. That is on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Do you also have a blue check mark next to it?
I have not yet.
Okay.
Uh,
We want to make
I
sure it's
guess.
you.
Yep. I guess that's something I need to make sure to do. But if anyone has any problems finding us, we have a brand new website up, chazcollins.com, chazcollins.com. Go on there and jump on our email list too, because
Oh, cool.
a lot of the times things like this, interviews and all, uh, we like to send it to our people that connect directly with us first on email and give them the first look at everything that's going on. And then it hits social media. So,
Great. And so what are you working on currently besides promoting this?
well, we do have 5 new singles coming out. through now in January. And I'm currently working on a song called "Time Flies When You're Having Rum." So I'm pretty excited about that one. We're gonna kind of Kenny Chesney it up, little steel drum. It's gonna be cool, and it's gonna work for Florida because that's the life down here, you know.
Yes, exactly.
So
So
yeah,
sounds like we'll
and
be
look,
talking to you a few more
yes,
times.
playing a lot of shows. That's for sure. I hope so. I hope
Yeah,
so. I enjoyed this
me
very,
too.
very much.
So I hope to get to meet you in person when we come out there. And congratulations on She Gave Me That Look, because I gave you that look.
Thank you, thank you. And just to let you know, I'm going to be on 1025 The Bone, and I am going to plug Hollywood Times on there. So check, connect with us so you can see when that happens. We're going to do a plug for you guys and Center Stage Magazine on that. That'll be in about a week or so. Be after the weekend.
Cool.
We'll set up an interview and give you guys a plug. Get some more viewers for y'all because we all need to win in this.
All right. Well, congratulations and thank you for talking with us. And it's so exciting to have met you. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully in a few
Thank you.
weeks in Nashville.
Yes, I will see you there. We will be there.
All right. You take
Thank you.
care.
You
Thank
too.
you.